Nick, of all the things that happened in Claude in the last 7 days, what was the main thing that created waves on YouTube that probably should have been a 140 character tweet? What's the number one for you?
Claude code, source code leaked.
The big leak.
Insane. Think of all the galaxy brain tech we're going to build with the entire Claude code, source code.
Yeah, that was a crazy one, right? That was a wild one.
I mean, it was wild, like from an information, from just like a news point of view. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's like, cool, we just lost the entire Claude code source code because some NPM thing. But like, what's anybody actually doing with
nothing?
There's
no.
Jack and I, we were like, okay, these Claude updates are coming out at breakneck speed. They're insanely fast these days. How the hell is anybody supposed to keep up with them? Well, the answer is certainly not by watching a 15-minute YouTube video on like the color hue change of like the Claude code background or like the little mascot that comes out. So we decided to come up with this idea, like a weekly roundup of all of the big, long YouTube videos that could have and should have been tweets. And we decided to put it at the beginning of our podcast this time, just because we figured it'd be kind of funny. But, in the future, we'll probably fit that in elsewhere. So just for context about like what all this is. But yeah, the first big thing, obviously, was that the Claude code source code got leaked. And the reason why it could have been a tweet or it could have been an email is just because what the hell, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to build your own Claude code agent harness?
There's literally nothing you can do with it. That's the thing. I mean, what is it to say about it? Apart from the fact that I think the Tamagotchi thing is pretty cool. I think I like the idea of having like a seed value or a little mini Claude thing will follow me around and I can grow it with time. We're actually thinking of doing a similar thing with our speech to text thing. Where like the more, like in Pokemon, we used to have an egg in your inventory and you used to have to run around the Kanto region to hatch it. I think like that's a really cool thing. And like everyone who loved Pokemon when they were a kid is now an adult. So I think like there's some hack to be said for bringing in the gamification stuff. So I think that's cool. But outside of that, what can you do about it? I mean, like one of the big tweets that I think everyone probably read as well connected to this is the whole dream thing, which is the Claude memory problem that doesn't even exist yet. It's not even real just yet. So yeah,
philosophically, what's so interesting about that is like we're at the stage now of the news cycle where we actually create the news, and then we actually we report on the news before it happens, which actually makes the news like next week. Do you know what I mean? Like because so many people like Claude's auto dream memory cluster feature, whatever the hell. Like obviously some engineers out there are like, all right, we should probably roll this shit out. I mean, everybody's making a video on it for whatever, and then it turns into the actual feature.
No, you're almost creating the news. That was Frank Underwood 101 on House of Cards. We're going to create what the news is right now. It's true, but I've also seen examples of breaking news on Claude for stuff that actually happened months ago. And then all of a sudden, everyone started going, this crazy new feature. Oh, hang on a second. I swear this has been out for like 6 months or something. And then we looked into it and it's actually, this has been here for ages. So it's interesting. So yeah, like Nick was saying, the philosophy behind this segment is your time's very precious. And we want to protect that time by us going through all the crazy news updates and just cover them in this 15-minute segment. So it's like you're kind of a TLDR brief. And in exchange, I think I might be speaking for both of us here, but our strategy is not going to be to talk about the huge change of Claude every day and spend our time just maximizing value for you so that we don't have to do the whole, oh my gosh, this thing potentially perhaps might be released that it's not really going to help you out type of thing. And we can just cover it here. And I think it's a more sustainable cadence for everybody because you can just catch up with it. That's the kind of idea behind it, right, bro?